Welcome to the Possibility Action Network podcast. I'm your host, Stephen Middleton, aka Possibilityman. We're committed to bringing you guests who strive to better people's lives and serve as a force for good in the world. Our guest today is Melanin Bee. She is the founder and CEO of Holistically HEALarious. Her passion includes helping people strengthen their relationship with laughter to improve their well-being. She is a bona fide laughologist and laughter therapist. She completed her training at the Laughter Yoga University. Melanin Bee, welcome to the show today.
Love and laughter. Thank you for having me. So glad to be here.
Okay. Well, great. I'm looking forward to getting deeper into what you do and also laughing with you today. But first, this programming note to our listeners and our viewers: follow, like, and share this podcast wherever you find it. Your support matters and is appreciated. Melanin, oh my gosh, as I said, I'm looking forward to talking with you and laughing with you today. Wow.
Yes, thank you so much. I have been looking forward to it too. I always love the opportunity to share the joy and get my giggle on with somebody because laughter is so contagious and so needed.
Well, look, you remind me of that. I'm telling you that. But firstly, let me ask you, what got you started on this path of laughter and to use it in the way that you do?
Well, it kind of actually fell into my lap in 2018. And I had no idea about laughter yoga. I had no awareness of laughter yoga, but it came across my Google. It came across my YouTube. Somehow it came into my vortex and I was interested and it caught my attention. And I was like, wow, this is interesting because I had just started Holistically HEALarious and I was creating hilarious sketch comedy. And it was all based on humor and healing. So it was like another element added to what I had already going on. So in 2018, March, April, somewhere around that time, March, April, May. And I was like, wow, this is interesting. Then when I started to watch the videos about laughter yoga, it was like, okay, this is different. It was a culture shock because we don't do anything like that really here in America. So I started to study the benefits of it. So that would really intrigue me and really pulled me in. And I was like, okay, so this is something more than what it looks like because it don't look because it looks silly. It's fun. It's something that, a lot of adults are not used to doing intentionally as a form of healing. So I was intrigued by the educational purposes and the healing benefits of it. So I was like, wow, okay. So yeah, in 2018. So it's been since then.
But, it's amazing how the universe just brings things into your path, right? And this is what happened to you with laughter.
Yes, exactly. And it fits so well into what I already had going on that it just made sense. And I have an infectious laugh, and it was so natural. And I was like, wow, this is beautiful. I'm going to really love, teaching the world these lessons in laughter and how to utilize laughter yoga, as a mental health practice, as a well-being practice.
Yeah. So did you start studying at Laughter Yoga University at that time, 2018, or did you start doing that later?
No, 2018, that's when I had started studying laughter yoga from Dr. Matt Kataria. Dr. Matt Kataria is actually the creator of it, the founder of laughter yoga. And I started his courses in 2018.
Yeah. Look, in learning more about you, I discovered that there are many faces of laughter. I mean, I had never thought about it before, that there's so many parts of it. This is what I mean by that. For example, you talk about laughter yoga. I don't want to take these one at a time. I want you to share with us what these things mean. What is laughter yoga?
Laughter yoga is the practice of utilizing laughter as a healing modality to release old stale residual air out your lungs. It is a form of medicine. And it is with childlike playfulness, hand clapping, and it's actually breath work because laughter helps you to force exhale old stale residual air out your lungs. So that's exactly what breath work is. So it's a combination of holistic practices with the foundation of laughter because everything is centered around laughter. You don't tell any jokes. You don't do any yoga poses. You do laughter exercises, hand clapping. And
Uh-huh.
that's what it is. And you do it in a group of
Wow.
people, or you can do it one-on-one.
Uh-huh. Okay, great. Look, I want to give our viewers, our listeners will have to just use their imagination, an example, an illustration of a laughter yoga exercise. Are you willing to do that with me?
Yes, I am.
Okay,
Yes, I am. Okay, so
let's do it.
I created an exercise, an exercise called Inhale Up, Exhale Laughter, and it's to help you to initiate the start of laughter. And you do it. You breathe in deeply through your nostrils, fill up your lungs. You allow your belly to expand, and then you just exhale with laughter.
Okay.
Yes, and just like that. And you do it
Uh,
repetitively to really reap the wellness benefits of it. And the longer that you exhale, the longer the benefits, because it's all about releasing the old or residual air out your lungs. So that's like the basis of exercise, a warm-up exercise, inhale up, exhale laughter. That's a hilarious exercise. So when you
wow.
get used to doing it, it starts to become a little more natural. So that's like one of the exercises that I created. So now this laughter yoga exercise, what I'm about to do now is one of the ones that were created by Dr. Magnataria, because I just want to show the difference in the approach. Because that is so important. What I learned about being able to bring it to the masses is the approach and the difference between the levels of laughter. Because one initiates a sense of more calmness and well-being, and then one takes you into a more inner childlike playfulness. So this one is called argument laugh. And you just utilize your finger, like you have an argument with someone, and then you just start laughing. Yes, just like that.
Oh,
And
okay.
yes, and it seems kind of like, okay, I'm doing this, but what is really the benefits? But what it is the psychological benefits of it, because you're arguing and you're pointing your finger, but you're laughing. So it helps you to diffuse a stressful situation or a potential argument, when you are having a situation. And it's utilized with discernment, of course, but yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I love it. I love it. Okay, that was one. Laughter yoga. Now, here's another one that you have rolled out, and it's laughter therapy. Can you first tell us a little bit of what that is? And it could be similar to the first, but give us a little taste of what that is. Laughter therapy.
Yes, laughter therapy is more for like mental health one-on-one and utilizing it for your well-being practices to assist you to do like shadow work, help you with alleviating anxiety and depression. And we utilize laughter as a healing modality to access different parts of your chakras, to help you to calm your nervous system down, to activate your PNS and things like that. So it's more focused on your well-being in a more holistic practice, the wellness of it. Because laughter yoga is strictly focused on laughter. So laughter therapy, we utilize affirmations, meditation, affirmations, but we call them affirmations over here. So we utilize practices like that to really take you into a whole different dimension of like healing. So laughter therapy is more, I want to say relaxed, calm, but it's still infused with laughter because you're utilizing it in a different way. So when you are exhaling, you are releasing energetically and mentally, and you are utilizing it to psychologically alchemize situations and transmute. And also, I utilize a part of it to help people find humor in their healing, to be able to laugh in spaces that they once cried, to take, to take back their power, because it's so important that we know that joy is not just about having fun and enjoyment, but it's also a superpower to help you to bounce back because it's a form of resilience. So within laughter therapy, we learn how to activate that by tapping into your internal pharmacy and utilizing the different feel-good hormones to assist you as well. It's different levels to the laughter therapy as well. Laughter is the best medicine for so many reasons. So I've just been able to just tap into so many different areas of it.
Yeah, yeah. I love it. I love what you said about, tap into that in a pharmacy, because we are pharmaceutical beings, in our own system, right? So look here, now, laughter is active, but you also talk about laughter as meditation. How do you reconcile the active with laughter and also meditation?
Because meditation is a state of being. And when you
Mm.
are in a blissful state of just consistent laughter, that's a form of meditation. When you're just in a relaxed state and you're just feeling complete bliss, just zen. So, because meditation has different forms, just like yoga has different forms. So
Mhm.
when you are in the middle of just a pure bliss, laughter, enjoying like heartfelt, like just deep down in your soul, that's a form of meditation,
Yeah. Okay,
of
I
laughter
get that. I
meditation.
get it. Yeah, I
Yes.
get that. Wow. You could be stressed out, but if you get into your laughter, perhaps you'll sink into this state that we call meditation. Yeah. And from all of this, from yoga, laughter therapy, laughter meditation, from your experience, have people actually got healing of in their bodies as a result of these modalities? Have you
Yes,
witnessed
I've
any
actually had a
healings?
lot of, yes, yeah, it's so amazing. I'm so grateful for being able to bestow people with this type of healing because I have had so many testimonials from my clients and customers and things like that saying how they had experienced their life changing transformation. That's what I call it, a life changing
Wow.
transformation to assist them to really start laughing their best life. And it's been in different areas, utilizing it for stress relief, to,
Yeah.
just alleviate the muscle tension and the anxiety that comes along with stress, laughing things go, being okay with things that are happening. And it's been amazing. Like I have someone who had body pain, constant aches, but she been able
Mm.
to alleviate the pain and live a more joyful life by utilizing laughter yoga throughout her day. Because the
Mhm.
consistency is key. Because it's the endorphins that's the natural painkiller. So she
Yeah.
utilizes it, and it helps her to. Because everything is also mental as well. So it's a help her to move her body. Because there's different laughter exercises that you can do to assist you in different ways. So I've had a
Mhm.
lot of people that have mental shifts because that's what it's really all about. Is it's for the brain, for like brain gym, getting in there and
Yeah.
doing your mental exercises. So I've had a lot of people that have mental shifts in their perspective of how they view life.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that happening for sure. In fact, just talk with you, I can feel my energy rising. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling better just from this conversation with you. Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Hell, let me laugh a little bit. Uh,
The
okay.
energy
Hey,
is
look.
contagious and it's effective. We're energetic beings, so
Yeah, yeah. I love it. Yeah, but you do a lot. It's. I mean, and I'm not going to say just laughter, but I've heard you talk about, and I'm going to put it this way: limiting beliefs. That is, you've actually talked about people suffering, experiencing less emotional suffering and what people can do about it. One of the things, here's the question. You've said that one of the things that sometimes people do that cause themselves problem is living the past. Did I get that right? Do you recall saying something like that?
yes. When you are allowing yourself to live in your past and not your current reality, you bring your past to your present, and then that brings down your vibration. So when you
Uh-huh.
need to, I call it laugh and release. To laugh and release and laugh those things go that's no longer conducive to your current vibration.
Right. Yeah. So is that the ALR that I saw somewhere in association with
Yes,
you?
it is.
Acknowledge,
Acknowledge,
laugh,
laugh, and
release.
release.
Yeah. I like that. ALR. I said, whoa, that's something I can remember that one. ALR. Acknowledge, laugh, and release.
Yes.
Wow.
ALR,
And
and it's
look,
an acronym that's so hilarious because it's also another acronym out there, acronym that people don't know that they experience all the time called ANT, automatic negative thoughts. And
yeah.
ALR can naturally combat that. So when you have an automatic negative thought, you acknowledge, laugh, and release. And you set mental healthy boundaries to protect your peace. Because when you
Yeah.
entertain the thoughts that cross your mind, you are now allowing them to interfere with whatever you have going on, the things that are happening. And it's going to shift your energy. And if you don't have control over your emotions, like being able to regulate your emotions, your energy is going to shift. So you have to
Mm,
acknowledge, laugh, and release.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
sometimes, like when you are triggered by something, it is great to do the shadow work and to acknowledge, laugh, and release in a setting that's conducive.
Mhm, mhm.
So acknowledge, laugh, and release is a method that can be done in several different ways. If you're out in public and you're having a good time and you hear a song in the store and it triggers you, you acknowledge, laugh, and release immediately because that's not the space and the place for you to want to be that vulnerable and to have that moment and then now the rest of your day. But if you are in a space of healing at your altar or your meditative, space, and you are sitting mindful practice of acknowledge, laughing, and releasing, that's different when you are able to let it come to the surface and you're able to laugh and release. It release with peace so that you are okay with what happened and where you are now, and that you are laughing and go, because you do deserve to still laugh your best life despite whatever took place in the past.
Yeah. I tell you what, Melanin, there's so many people who struggle with this malady of living in the past. Why do you suppose that is the case?
Because it's in our muscles, it's in our cellular memory. So when we are triggered by certain experiences, it takes us back mentally. And a lot of people live in it so much because their environment, or they're not healing it, or not choosing to not heal it, but some people don't feel like they need to heal from certain things, so it just sit there dormant. So then it comes to the surface and they become a part of their reality. They sometimes subconsciously suffer intentionally by ruminating on the past. And some people, I'm sorry.
No, please continue.
And it's because it's something that everything that I teach, I preach, I teach, I had to experience. So it was something that I used to do. It's just that, nothing comes from just nothing. The universe always put you through it. You got to go through it to grow through it, to assist people with it. So that's how I know it can be a choice. And it's hard. That's why they're called automatic negative thoughts, because they come so rapidly. So you begin to feel like maybe this is how I should think. You don't, because your mind is so powerful. So you have to be able to be willing to release them and not entertain them, even though it gives you, sometimes people look at it as a sense of power as well. In my mind, I can write the story and win. But they don't know the real win is in releasing it all together and not giving it any energy. But it's just, that's also a form of, laughing and releasing as well, ALR.
I love it. I love it. And you're reminding us, in fact, you are informing us that many of us have these ANTs, just in case people don't know, that's what's happening to them, right? It's not their fault that it's happening, it's just happening. And but what you're also saying is that when the ANTs happen, there's something that we can do. What is it again that we can do about them?
Acknowledge, laugh, and release. Acknowledge, laugh, and release. Just as simple as that. Because sometimes we overthink what healing has to look like. And a simple giggle and a chuckle activates your neurotransmitters in your brain to psychologically rewire your brain to not give it any attention in a way that it takes away your joy from being present where you are. So even though it happens and it crosses your mind, you don't need to entertain it.
Yeah. I also, you said, I'm going to tell you what you said, because I kind of checked you out all over the place. And you used this phrase. I said, I didn't know we could do that. You said, flex, you were teaching, you said, flex your joy muscles. What do you mean by that? Flexing your joy muscle
is flexing your joy muscle is when you are presented with the opportunity to actively practice what you've been learning, to acknowledge, laugh, and release. So flexing your joy muscle is the active practice of acknowledging, laughing, and releasing, to utilize laughter as a method of healing, as a modality.
Yeah, I love it. I'll tell you what. So I want to look now, because underlying everything that you do is that you say and teach that there are benefits of laughing, benefits of laughter. So I want to just go through a short list. Are you willing to do that with me and have you talk about the benefits of laughter? Is it okay?
Yes.
Okay, great. Let me laugh a little bit here, release some tension. Okay, all right. Benefits of laughter. One thing that I saw associated with you is that you say that laughter helps us relieve stress. Say more for us.
Laughter helps you to relieve stress because laughter helps you to naturally produce endorphins. And endorphins is the most effective and natural medicine to help counteract the stress chemical cortisol when it's produced when you are stressing. So it's yes.
Yeah. Okay. Great. All right.
Cortisol. Yep.
I'm sorry. Did I interrupt? I want to interrupt. I'm going to give you space. What were you going to say?
Now, endorphins naturally combat cortisol with the act of laughter, and it just literally suppresses the production of it.
Okay, I love it. Oh, ha, 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 ha. I'm gonna be laughing all day. Okay, here's another. Yeah, here's another thing. Yeah, you got me going down. But here's another one that you said, and I said, boy, oh my gosh, the world needs this one. You said that laughter helps us improve our mental health. Now, by the way, if I'm adding something to what you were not talking about, please correct me. I'm okay with that. But I think I got that from somewhere in connection with you.
Yes. No, you are correct. Laughter helps you to improve your mental health. Yeah, that's something I always talk about because our mental health is so important. And I'm so happy that it's becoming a talked about topic in a lot of spaces where it's really needed. And laughter helps with your mental health by even just relieving stress, because chronic stress decreases serotonin, and serotonin is your natural mood regulator, your natural antidepressant. So when you are able to utilize laughter yoga as a practice on a day-to-day basis, you're increasing the production of your feel-good hormones, which is really great to improve your quality of life. So that's good for your mental health.
Wow. So if you're listening to this podcast, this recording, or watching this video, look, if you're feeling stressed, we're going to help you relieve the stress right now. If they're feeling stressed, Melanin, what can we do right now on the spot to help them relieve some of that stress?
You can inhale love, breathe in deeply, and then exhale with laughter.
Wow. Wow. Oh, I love it. Okay. We're giving it to you live right now. And Melanin, let's say there's someone throws something at you, a criticism. How do we deal with that now? No, someone,
you actually, I hope I can say it, but you just laughed that shit go.
Oh God. All right, okay. All right. Okay. So here's another one. Melanin, this caught me by surprise. Now, I should know this, but I'm telling you, I didn't think like this until I heard it from you. You said, and once again, I invite you to correct the record if I got it wrong, but I think you said that laughter helps us strengthen our relationships. I said, what? Is that true? So Melanin, is that true? Laughter can help us strengthen our relationships.
Yes, it really does, because laughter brings people together. It helps you to bond, and it's really great for socializing with other people. You have a lot of great memories with people, and it's all surrounded by laughter. And laughter also, laughing with other people also helps to produce oxytocin, which is another one of your feel-good hormones. And oxytocin is a love drug, the love hormone, as they call it, the love drug, as they call it, but it's the laughter. It's the laugh. What did I call it? I apologize. Oh my goodness, it just left my mind. It'll come back to me, but. Yeah. When you laugh at other people, it brings you together and it creates a very joyful experience. And it's really great for the relationships with others and also the relationship with yourself. Because being able to laugh with yourself is so important. So even with levels of relationships and laughter, laughing with yourself, when you make a mistake, being able to bounce back and redirect your inner critic, to be have humility within the process of whatever part of your journey you're on. And that also helps you to strengthen relationships with others, because how you're entering into the relationship. You have a strong relationship with yourself, you're more relaxed, you're joyful, so you're pleasant to be around. So when you're a pleasant person to be around, people have a great time with you, and then you create more great memories. So being able to strengthen relationships with laughter is so important.
I'm persuaded that you're onto something, because instead of criticizing yourself for just a choice that you made, laugh at it. It takes away the punch, right? I like that.
Yes, it really does. And for some people who are really hard on themselves, because that's also where a form of stress can come from. A negative thought. Negative thoughts create stress as well. So when you think negative and the inner critic can begin to speak to you as if, oh, I'm not worthy. I messed up. I can't do it. You got to laugh like, this is something I've never done before. And you have to remind yourself to show yourself some ease and grace. And then that's when you utilize a laughter yoga exercise called very good, yay. And that helps to produce and that helps to produce dopamine. And dopamine is your reward. chemical. Your reward center part of your brain to make you feel good about the achievements of your goals. So within the process of utilizing laughter to strengthen relationships, it's also about strengthening a relationship with yourself in regards to being able to have humility and bounce back from things. Because nobody want to be around somebody that's always like hard on themselves and feeling down. And, you know, and even though it's a part of life, it happens, but you acknowledge, you laugh, and you release. You still deserve to be joyful. You still deserve to find out what is the root of the issue. So that's when you go into like the different level of acknowledge by sitting with whatever the issue is. So you can, when you're triggered, easily use ALR, because ALR is a process that has to be learned to initiate upon appraisal of whatever the situation is.
Well, look, I tell you what, I'm so glad to have a laughologist. In fact, you're the first laughologist I've had on the show. And we are laughing and giving people techniques to lower stress and feel good in the body. Now, so from laughter, you point out to people that, you know, by doing the ALRs, you know, by recognizing the ANTs, that they may get a shift if they're feeling like they're going down the wrong path emotionally, that they're able to shift their perspective. I thought, boy, that sounds pretty good. So talk to us about that. How can we keep ourselves in alignment with our higher self, which is to feel good?
Yeah, you can, because when you're vibrating in a high, the vibration of joy, because everything is vibrations and frequency. So people like to say, I'm vibrating high, I'm vibrating on a certain frequency, but what frequency are you tapped into? Because that's going to help you to have a positive perspective of how you're viewing your life. So when we realize that joy is a frequency and I'm tapped into it, it means that you still going to experience life and life challenges, but it's about your perspective, how you viewing it. Instead of calling it a challenge, it's an opportunity for you to level up somewhere in life, to learn a lesson, to experience it, to assist you with soul character, you know. It's so many levels to having a positive perspective to be able to bounce back. And that's why joy is a superpower and not just for entertainment and holiday purposes or just things like that. So the perspective is so important. It's a part of your piece. And when you on the charts of emotions, joy is right here and then peace is right there. So when you own the frequency of joy and you have a positive perspective, you're able to be more peaceful in life.
Yeah. You know, Melanin, I tell you what, it's you're educating me because, you know, sometimes I can think that, you know, I gotta feel this way because I feel this way. But you're saying you don't have to feel that way. There's something that you can do about it. And laughter is one of those things that you're sharing. I love it. Thank you for that.
You're so welcome.
I want to get deeper into this because there's more here. Because you work with organizations, you work with corporations, you work with institutions, colleges, universities, you work with everybody. So I want to throw some things out at you now. I want to take it slow. Let me laugh and slow this down. I want to rush through this. Let's slow this down. Okay. So I'm getting all hyper here. Let me slow this down, Melanin. Okay. Now, you offer, and I want to get this right, and I want you to expound on it as much as you want to, because I want organizations, if you're a leader in an organization, if you're the head of a corporation, I want you to know what's available to you. So Melanin offers HEALarious workshops. Melanin, take us into that space. What do you do there?
The HEALarious
giving us a teaser. Okay.
Yes, the HEALarious workshop for corporate wellness is designed to assist employees to boost their morale and to initiate team building skills, to help with HR training for attention span, and to increase productivity and focus and create joy on the job where employees feel supported in mental health and their overall well-being. And laughter is a really great way to do that in so many aspects of corporate, from the wellness programs when it comes to maintaining stress reduction and decompressing stress. And also when it comes to HR training, learning, being able to retrieve the information and retain the information. Laughing and learning is a really great way to do that. Like right now, I just laughed and I had to release because I was having a moment in my mind But it's so many different ways that laughter is really great in corporate. So I'm so grateful that I've been able to introduce them to this hilarious practice through the workshops. And it's been able to be a game changer for a lot of corporations, organizations, to see the change within their employees.
Yeah. I should tell you what, as someone who's worked in institutions for a long time, I can see how this could be enormously beneficial, because instead of just focusing on the arguments that employees can have between each other, we can also create a space for them to learn to laugh together. And that's where you came in, where you come in.
Yes, and it's so important as well, because like even when it comes to team building skills, when you have to work on a project together, being able to have that relationship of trust and feeling comfortable with somebody, laughter helps you to do that. That's where it comes to like strengthening relationships with other people, because when people laugh together, they feel more comfortable with each other. Even if they make mistakes with each other, they're able to laugh it off easily, because they have that sense of joy together, that experience together. So when you are doing team building skills and team building exercises, initiating laughter yoga, it is also for stress, because it can be stressful working with somebody that may have a different approach to a project, a different perspective of something. So it's in a space and a place that's very well needed, but they didn't know it until I brought it to them. So I'm grateful.
Yeah, that's great. Me too. I'm grateful too. Look, one of the clues to me that a modality is coming from a higher space, from the universe, whatever you want to call it, is the coinage of some words, the usage of some words. Laughologist is one of those words, but also hilarious is one of those words that you use a lot. Where did that come from? Did you learn this at university? Where did hilarious come from?
No, hilarious is something that I when I first started my brand, Holistically HEALarious, it was all I started out doing something completely different. I was doing sketch comedy and a comedian, and it was about finding humor in my healing. So, like, because one of my taglines, I have so many, because it's such a gift, like you just said, from the universe. It's the gift of gab, and I'm grateful for it. So, it was finding humor in my healing. And life may not always be funny, but it sure is hilarious. Because when things happen, you're like, this is not funny. But later on down the line, it becomes hilarious because you healed from it, and now you're laughing in spaces you once cried. So
that's wonderful. You got me laughing now. Go ahead.
Yeah, so it's hilarious. And along with, coming up with different words, I also I came up with a trademark laugh a stay, since I am a certified laughter yoga teacher. In traditional yoga, they have namaste. So I have laughter stay, and it means I honor the laughter and joy within you. It actually has it's a state of well-being. It's a state of mind to be able to laugh and stay, because it means laughter and joy, because laughter is the audible expression of joy. So if I'm greeting you and I say laugh and stay, it means I honor the laughter and joy within you. If I'm saying it, I choose to laugh and stay within my highest vibration, it means I'm choosing to laugh in that moment and choose joy.
I love it. I love it. Laugh a stay, Melanin.
Laugh a stay, yes. I have so many people saying it. It's so beautiful. I have a song called Laugh a Stay as well. It's sound therapy. It's all the whole song is made out of laughter. It's very beautiful. It's amazing. It raises your vibrations. It helps you calm down. It naturally helps to produce and access your internal pharmacy. It's kind of like a frequency, a binaural beat. Solfeggio, that's what it is. It's actually at 528 megahertz, and it's made out of laughter. Wow. It's available everywhere.
Can you do a little bit of that now, or is it something that has to be planned?
Yeah, something has to be done. It's a performance. It's a song. It's a song. It's not.
Okay. All right. Well, look, we'll have to do something to make sure that we get that out. Okay. So more and more. All right. But look, along with your workshops, you have offered to companies and institutions hilarious game time. What goes into that? Just give us a synopsis of what goes into this game time stuff.
Hilarious. I created a game called Laugh and Say Out Loud. And it's a card game, and it's my hilarious version of charades. Honestly, it's very similar. You utilize it for team building skills and being able to bring people together one laugh at a time to decompress. And it's a great way to create camaraderie because you're laughing together, but it's also slight challenging in a silly way. And what it is you're acting out the laugh that's on the card. Just like in charades, how you have to act out. I'm not sure. Are you familiar with charades? My apologies. I should have
Yes, I
asked
am.
that.
Yeah.
Okay,
We
so
are.
you
I am.
act out the word on the card while laughing. So in charades, you're
Uh-huh.
completely silent and laugh to stay out loud. You're laughing out
Yeah.
loud. Yes, and it's beautiful. So you pull a card, you go on team. So this is really great for team building skills because you have your team and you have another team and you're challenging each other to whoever can guess the most laughs in 60 seconds. So it's just like you say, happy laugh, joy laugh, big laugh. It's 109 different laughs in this card game.
Wow.
And you're able to play virtually or in person. Because I've done both with different organizations, and each time has been very successful and been very interactive. And it got every employee like very excited. They was like, "Wow, where can I get this game?" So they ended up purchasing the game. But it's so beautiful. And my goal is to have it in organizations, like in a space where they need to go pull a card and laugh and release. And that's another initiative to assist you. Because some people find it challenging to just laugh. Because life can be challenging. Everybody's not on that frequency. So being able to give them a reason to laugh while not giving them something, a joke or something verbiage, words, just still laughter. I see the word. Now I got to act this out while laughing. So it shifts your emotion. Because if the card says excited laugh, now you have to initiate excitement. So your mind has to shift. And then you have to laugh. So that's right there is 2 healing modalities, it's stacking. So you have no choice but to allow yourself to be present, enjoy, and give excited laughter. So when you do that, when you're laughing it out, so when you got the awkwardness going on, the silliness, everybody like, oh my God, look at this person, you're in the room full of strangers. So, and you're laughing. So it's so fun to just really see how people start and how people end and how their perspective is shifted about utilizing laughter as a catalyst to bring people together and to strengthen relationships.
That's great. And laughter is clearly contagious because the more you laugh, I'm laughing too. So yeah, that's great. Yeah. So look, let's look at the response of different age grades of people. And let's start with, people who work in corporations, because sometimes people want to be so appropriate, they will let their hair down. How do people, in the corporate world respond to teachings about laughing out loud or laugh hasty?
It is received well after proper teaching, after I facilitate it and introduce it in a manner that can be convenient and sensible. Because that's what it's all about as well. Because a lot of people, you think about laughter, you think about big belly laughs. Just laughing out loud. But we don't know the importance of it. If you have a job and you work in a cubicle and you're in an office and you can't laugh out loud, you have silent laughter, the laughter within. And you just...
Yeah.
But that right there is actually very powerful because now you're semi-suppressing the laughter, but you're letting it out. So it's giving you more access to your internal pharmacy. You're producing more endorphins. You're producing more serotonin because it's so silly and you're having fun. So you are shifting your emotions. So when that next phone call come in, you're able to have that smile on your face through your words. They can hear the smile through your conversation. Welcome to such and such. Thank you for calling, and because you just got done. Doing laughter on lunch, or a belly laugh for breakfast, whatever it is you need to do to shift your mindset to have joy on the job.
What just occurred to me is that having a laugh break is a good thing. Hey, I'm going to take a laugh break. Yeah, I can see that.
Exactly, because it boosts your energy, and throughout the day, it's so needed to keep your energy levels high.
Yeah. So I'm curious. So I'm curious about this. I got a few more things to, just to play around here. And I got another question before we leave each other. Do you find that males are more responsive or females more responsive to laughing out loud or laugh hasty?
It's kind of, honestly, it can be a little bit of both, but women gravitate towards it and they love it. Men are more relaxed with it, secretive about how they really feel about it. But I've had it balances out. I've had some one-on-one sessions with men who realize like I haven't laughed in a long time, or when I look at pictures, I don't see myself smiling a lot. So they reach out and want a session, and they be the ones quiet. They never probably like something, a post or a comment, or you never just know where they come from. But then they find out, I've been watching you for a while. I've been secretly wanting to learn how to laugh. So it's more, it's being received, but it's about the openly acknowledgement of how it's assisting. Because, it's also the masculine perception of how men can't express joy. But I want to encourage men to really to tap into their joy. Especially melanated men. It's so important. Mental health and being supported in your mental health and your happiness is important. Because a lot of women, we gonna laugh our best life. We're gonna be joyful. So but it's kind of gives both. I love seeing even couples.
I got you.
I encourage couples to get their chuckle on.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Okay. Yeah. So what about young adults? I'm thinking more or less of, college age students, 18 to 25. How are they are they responsive to laughing out loud and things like that?
Honestly, I'm not quite sure exactly. It can be received well. I know like a lot of the people that I've worked with one-on-one or in my sessions and things have not really been that age group. Like it goes from like 35 down to children. Because when you're in that age right there, life is so different. Like you're too cool to laugh. But some receive it well and they understand it. College a little bit more, they use it, but stress is so high, stress is just out here. So you have to really put it in a logical, sensible way for some people to understand that you really don't even need a reason to laugh, because you right now is your reason to laugh. You're stressing, you're in college, you're transitioning from this part of your life into a different part of your life, and that transition can be stressful. But the environment and the conditioning that we've been instilled with of how to respond versus how to react versus how to respond. So that's why I like to honestly talk to younger children. I know you're probably about to go there, but the younger children, the adolescents, the elementary, because they receive it. And that's when you start with the programming of how to regulate your emotions, the cognitive behavioral skills to assist you. So when you get to college, you get to high school, you're more easily to initiate these practices and assist you.
Yeah. I mean, I think you're so right. I mean, young people clearly, can benefit from laughing more, even if they don't know it. So we certainly need to find a way to get this in front of parents and teachers. I mean, as early as the first grade. Maybe even Melanin, maybe even kindergarten,
No, exactly. And as soon as you start learning when you start, I don't want to. When you start initiating those emotions and you want to learn how to regulate them and how to utilize laughter and just even a smile, even to realign with what joy is. And what and it's so important. I have curriculum created already to assist with the process, because I was doing it in some daycares for a while and things like that, just to see, because children are very unpredictable. So when you are teaching it, you have to be very patient. You have to tap into your inner child, but still remain an adult. You have to get silly. You have to not care about how the adults, because other teachers in the room watching you interact with children in a way that you really getting on their level, it could be surprising. And then when you come back and you're an adult and you're talking to them in a way and you're saying the same thing, because being able to teach it to a kindergartner and an adult, the same curriculum, is so important. That's how you know it's universal and very powerful and needed.
Yeah. In addition to being a laugh therapist, Melanin, you're also a motivational comedian. And there's something else I want to bring up in a moment, but I want to focus on this one. Now, can you share with us, something that everyone can listen to, what you try to do as a motivational comedian? Because, I don't see that very often about motivational. I see comedian, but not the modifier motivational comedian. What do you try to do with your audiences?
Yeah, so being a comedic motivational speaker is like, it's like stand-up comedy in the daytime. It's wellness comedy to assist people, to motivate people to find humor and a healing in an aspect of powerful words. Because words shape your life. being able to
Uh-huh.
speak laughter into people and do that in a way that make people feel okay with what they're experiencing, but give them tools to assist them in a way that, because sometimes when you are motivating somebody and it's so stern, it's so strong, it's like it's going over they to receive the information, it can feel going over their head. But when they're laughing and learning and being motivated, they're like, okay, I like how I feel, I receive it. And it's like they're more even open to admitting that some of the things that is going on in their life and what is really happening, to receive the motivation to take action steps to achieve goals. So joy and laughter, it brings joy within the environment as well. It doesn't make
I
it,
love
because
it.
you can still laugh, you can still cry tears, because it's also levels of tears. When I'm doing comedic motivational speaking, people are still crying like relief, like wow, like this hitting my heart. I feel it in my spirit, but then I'm laughing
Yeah.
right after that. So it's like
Yeah.
it just really feels amazing,
Uh-huh.
and it's
So you
hilarious.
see, yeah. So you see the motivational comedian and motivational speaking as one, as the same thing,
Yes,
or
because
is
it's
it?
not done at nighttime. It's done in spaces where you are looking, where you would book a keynote speaker, where you would do
Mm,
it in an environment at a school, at a college. Like
mhm.
it's different from doing comedy like stand up.
Uh-huh.
It's the tone
Okay.
is different. The voice fluctuation is different.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't want to put you on the spot, but I guess I'll put you on the spot. Can you give us a little taste of what you would do in a session on, as a motivational comedian? Can you just create something real quickly for us?
I honestly don't think I can. No, I'm not.
Okay. Okay. All right. This is fair. That's fair enough. Fair enough. And but see, I had to do this because my brain said, "Oh, you shouldn't have asked that question without permission." So I had to laugh it away. uh, okay. Yeah.
No, it's okay. It's
Hello.
always love and laughter.
Yeah, indeed, indeed. Well, Melanin, is there anything else? We've talked about a lot of things today, but is there anything else you want to share with us that I have not already asked you?
To make sure that you're out here laughing your best life, despite anything that you may be experiencing, because laughter is the best medicine. So it's best to take it on the days when you don't feel like it.
Uh-huh.
And if you
Uh-huh.
need a safe space to laugh and learn how to utilize these hilarious tools to assist you, I have a hilarious Patreon called Hilarious University, and I would love for people to really, gravitate, because everybody's not in corporate. I love it for
Yeah.
corporate because they hire me to teach regular people, because employees are people too. But there are some people that are just want to just come and learn on their own accord. Hilarious University, the Hilarious Patreon for daily lessons of laughter and hilarious edutainment to assist you to be out here laughing your best life, joyfully speaking.
Uh, that's wonderful. Please make sure that I get that information for the show notes so that people will be able to connect with you about those things. Well, Melanin Bee, it has certainly been a pleasure laughing with you today. Thank you so much for being with me.
Oh, it has been a hilarious, divinely guided pleasure. I am grateful for the opportunity to do so and to share these lessons in laughter and to assist the listeners to find some humor in your healing. Grateful, gratitude.
You've been listening to the Possibility Action Network podcast. Our guest today has been Melanin Bee. I'm your host, Stephen Middleton. Until next time, good day